Students, I hope you all are safe at home. So today we will start chapter number 3, Indian Constitution. In this chapter we will study what is a constitution, why do we need it, and how was the Constitution of India formed. Now students, you can see page number 13 of your textbook. Preamble of our Constitution. The words written in the preamble highlights the soul of the Constitution. Now the words inscribed in the preamble are, "We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic, and to secure to all its citizens justice, social, economic, and political, liberty of thought, expression, belief, faith, and worship, equality of status and of opportunity, and to promote among them all fraternity, assuring the dignity of the individual and the unity and integrity of the nation." In our Constituent Assembly, this 26th day of November 1949, do hereby adopt, enact, and give to ourselves this Constitution. Now, what is Constitution? A collection of systematic set of rules for running the government of the country is known as the Constitution of the country. The Constitution can be in written or unwritten form. Our Constitution starts with the preamble. Now, how was the Constitution of India formed? When India attained independence on 15th August 1947, the nation badly needed a constitution which would define her democracy, socialism, secularism, national unity, etc. Therefore, a constitution committee was established to draft a proper constitution for the nation. This committee had started working on 9th December 1946, right before the nation got independent. It constituted of a specific group of scholars, leaders, and political experts like Jawaharlal Nehru, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Sardar Patel, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, Shyam Prasad Mukherjee, Sardar Baldev Singh, etc., provided their guidance. Frank Anthony represented the Anglo-Indian community and H.P. Modi represented the Parsi community. The committee had various constitution scholars like Aladi Krishnaswamy Iyer, Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, K.M. Munshi, etc. There were female members like Sarojini Naidu and Vijay Lakshmi Pandit. Dr. Rajendra Prasad was elected as the President of the Constituent Assembly. There were a number of sub-committees to take care of various aspects of the Constitution. The drafting committee, which was headed by Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, gave to the Constitution its final shape. Total 166 meetings were held by the Constituent Assembly in a time period of 2 years, 11 months, and 18 days. On 26 November 1949, the committee passed the Constitution, which was enforced on 26 January 1950. which we celebrate today as Republic Day. So our constitution begins with the preamble, that is the introduction of the constitution. Now student, you can see the picture given in your textbook. Our leaders, Maulana Azad, Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, then Sarojini Naidu, Kanhaiya Munshi. These were the creators of the constitution. Now, why do we need a constitution? What if there is no constitution? No country can function without a constitution. A constitution serves many objectives. It is a document which finally weaves the ethos and ideals of our country. It tells about the kind of government our country would have, how to run the administration of our country. In a democratic form of government, we elect our leaders so that they can run the administration on our behalf. However, there are provisions in the constitution to check the misuse of power by the leaders. Now, student, for your knowledge, things to know. The Constitution of India has borrowed some special features of the constitutions of Britain, Ireland, France, and the United States of America. The Constitution of India is the longest written constitution in the world. Now, student, in my next video, I will explain you the salient features of our constitution. Thank you.